Uh, I wasn't gonna edit this. I was just gonna leave it in its raw form, but it's pretty bad in its raw form. The Facebook piece I did a few nights ago when I was really, really sick. I probably shouldn't, but you know what? I want people to see what it's like. I want people to see how absolutely sick you can be, and how absolutely, what an absolute grip this disease has on you. I don't even remember I don't even remember videoing that. That's how bad it was. Made sense to me at the time. Still makes sense, but not to everybody. So, here we go. Most video is. Also, I wasn't gonna put the dog. I know you're in Florida, man. I know you love me. I can't wait to see you again. Danny and Robin and Troy, I love you guys. It is. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this Chronicle. It's November 25th, and I've been here since November 15th. Originally, I got here November 13th, and I started not feeling good on whatever day it was, Thursday, hacking and coughing, but I just thought it was something regular that I've had 100 times. But then I got really sick on Saturday, so they made me come down 100 times. But then I got really sick on Saturday, so they made me come down. Chrissy and Jennifer brought me down here, and and they told me I had COVID, and then I had double viral pneumonia. And they stood there and looked me in the eye and told me there was nothing they could do. My oxygen seemed to be okay. So they sent me home. And then I stayed home. Sunday, I coughed really bad. It was really, really scary. I didn't know what was wrong. And I had pneumonia. Then Monday, my blood levels jumped down to the 80s. I had no strength, not even enough to cough. So they brought me down here and admitted me. And to be honest with you, between then and yesterday, I don't have much memory. All I know is I was really tired all the time. I wasn't having so much trouble breathing. I was just having trouble staying awake, staying alert. My blood level has remained in the low 90s. But when I get up in the morning, it's usually in the 80s. So they want that to stop. They're trying to work on getting my blood, my my blood oxygen into the 90s. When I wake up. So that's where we are right now with my blood oxygen. The other day, they started giving me plasma for my lungs from people who've already had COVID. And I guess it's worked a little bit, but my lungs hurt. I gotta sleep on my side or on my stomach. Take short breaths, and I gotta be on this oxygen 24/7. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. The biggest thing about having to be here is I can't see anyone. I can't see my family or my friends. Not even looking out a window. I can call them on the phone, but that just makes me tired. The outpouring of support from my friends and family has been amazing. It's been astounding. Alan, my road dog, my lake boy, I know you're in Florida right now visiting. Hope you're having a good time. Tracy, Carol, Travis, Silva, I'm so glad I got to talk to you the other day. It made my heart swell. I haven't seen you in so long. It was good to talk to you. I love you, buddy. And I saw that Nate. I saw that Nate and Tiffany had said hi. And always emboldens me. Love you, Tiff. Nate, you still owe me my wah pedal. My dime bagger. Thief. But, Vernon, it's been nice to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a while. And, I said the other day, I thought that it was funny For a while back, people said, oh, you'll never hear from this person again. They're running off doing their own thing. But you know what? I've heard from almost all of them, except for the ones who said I wasn't going to hear from these people because they're off doing their own thing. Check yourself. Check yourself before you start talking shit about other people. Not a lot else has happened right now. I just want to go home so bad. I've got to talk to a couple of people that I haven't talked to in a while. It was nice to talk to Harriet. I guess one of the biggest things that bothers me is the not knowing. I had a really good talk today with my therapist guy. He was very heartening, talking about how I was working hard, and he had a lot of faith in my program, and just told me not to work too hard. So I don't have a problem not working too hard. Jennifer, Chrissy, making up all them bags and stuff for me to bring here so I could have something to eat and something to drink. Meant a lot. Meant a whole lot. But starting to cough a little more. Starting to expectorate. That's got to be good. I want to tell everybody that I've been really scared because I didn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen. It's in God's hands. I'm glad that Mom wasn't here to see this. Could have broke her heart. Breaking Dad's heart. Children shouldn't be this sick before their parents. But it is what it is. So, I want to say goodbye for tonight. And move on. And I might say that, hey everybody, Moto 59 and Mark Clay McGowan, because I'm going to put these on both my channels. Got a lot of editing to do. I'll do tomorrow because I'm tired tonight. I love everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for the prayers and the food, the goodies and the thoughts. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow or whatever. Well, I'm not so sure where I left off last night. I feel a lot better today than I did last night. I woke up early this morning and was kind of pretty. Kinda. When I say kind of pretty, I mean real kind of pretty, because it's all just buildings. And out my window, I can't see anything but a wing over there that I'm told is empty. So I had Jennifer bring me some drawing material, and I haven't done any drawing in many years. But that's what I did. looking out my window at the building across the way. And not very good, but it's the first drawing I've done in probably 20 years. And maybe I'll get better. They told me this morning that they had dropped my oxygen to 45 liters or something like that. And they did that while I was talking to Cassie. And we got all excited that they were reading the machine wrong. Doesn't matter, I still feel good. I got a lot of rest last night. I'm going to tell you something about COVID-19. Chrissy had it, and Jennifer had it, Cassie had it, and I had it. And it almost killed me. I've never been that sick in my whole life. And I've certainly never been that sick for that long. Today is the first day I really feel good. I'm able to string sentences together and get a few things done. The sink's at the house. Something's wrong, and I called my buddy Mike Manos, who used to be my next door neighbor, and he's a plumber. He's gonna go take care of it. And won't worry about the cost later. I had to have my shoulder operated on, as most of you know, September 3rd. And I was in the middle of physical therapy. I just started it when I got sick. And that caused no small matter of issues. They did not want to listen to me. All they cared about was me having COVID-19. But they're grabbing me by my shoulders, and pulling me around, trying to make me sleep on my side. I finally told them I have an injured shoulder. And they had no idea. You'd think that they'd have the records. Ended up having to have Dr. Hamilton come over and take some x-rays and make some threats. Told them, you screw this up, you get to pay for it. I can't stand that I'm not home on Thanksgiving. But it is what it is. And I miss everybody so much. This is a big deal for us. And it would have been different this year because of all the weirdness. Nevertheless, we would have done something virtual or whatever. And kids are gonna bring me over something to eat tonight. And like I said, I look forward to that because the food sucks here. I don't care. People go, oh, you gotta eat food, stay healthy. You ain't gonna stay healthy eating this shit. That's for sure. But back to the COVID. Tell you my story. I talked a little bit about it last night. I was pretty sick still last night. And I talked a little bit about how I started coughing a little bit on a Thursday. It was a lot worse than that. But Chrissy then brought me over here, and he took me back home, and I was really, really sick. And the next day, he came back over here, and they admitted me, and I haven't seen the outside of this room since. This is what this room looks like. And believe me, I don't get to experience very much of it. There's my little, where I live and eat. The sink over there, can't reach it, but they did bring me a fan that they leave on. It keeps me cool at night. The coolest thing in here is the kids made me a little collage of pictures. And then there's that door. And then there's the only window in here, and the HIPAA machine, and a cheese ball television. Jennifer brought me over her Hulu iPad thing. I've never even used it. And I got a little closet. Hi. This looks like my lunch. So I'm going to take a break right here, and we will return to my life with COVID-19. See you later. I'll have to edit that little piece out saying hi to the staff. I promised them that I wouldn't do any pictures of the staff. She's a really nice girl though, and she's helpful and always tries to make sure that if there's a goodie, that I get one. As you can see, the only other things I get to do when you got COVID is you gotta pee plastic thingamajigs. Always call them ducks. They're not unpleasant. They're just a pain in the ass. You can't get all your shit out of them. You end up making a mess no matter what. But it's the way it is with COVID-19. One of the other things about COVID-19 that I've found out so far is you don't get to go to the bathroom. You are not given that choice. As far as a number two, I came in here Sunday. Sunday or Monday? It must have been Monday because I watched the races on Sunday. But I came in here on Monday. And I got to go poop on Wednesday. And it's now whatever day it is. Thursday, I guess. It's Thanksgiving. Now some poor nurse is going to have to come in here and dump that stinky stuff out. That wasn't a bad meal. It was potatoes, and I think that was supposed to be turkey, green beans, and a piece of pumpkin pie. And although I'm not real big on pumpkin pie, pecan's my favorite. It was not too bad. Somebody went to a lot of trouble to make it and get it over here to me, so I appreciate that. I have a thing of milk left and a thing of Ensure. I'll pound the Ensure because it's supposed to be good for you. It doesn't taste too awful bad. And then I'm going to hide my vanilla pudding somewhere out of the way. Put my milk back and make a bowl of cereal later. I think I have some golden wheats or something like that. I look forward to whatever the kids are going to bring by, but I would look forward a lot more to them actually being able to see them all. But it's hard to keep track of all the things that have happened to me since I've been in here, because I was very, very, very sick for a few days, and I had a lot of trouble breathing. Like that. But here's how I had to breathe for the last few days. I can already feel that they've changed the oxygen, because it was literally being forced into me through this machine over here. And to breathe, to stay breathing, I had to lie on my side, it didn't matter which side, and breathe like this. And when I sleep now, I don't have to do that, but I do have to continually pay attention to how I'm breathing. This setup here is what makes everything work as far as the breathing goes. I have things stuck to me. Look at that. Ouch. E.T. go home. Wish it worked that way. I must be getting better because I'm getting my sense of humor back. It is certainly getting easier to talk. I really want to document what I'm going through here. I really wish I could have caught the beginning of it, because like I said, I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember being in a lot of pain, lots and lots of pain, and I couldn't breathe. I had double viral pneumonia and viral infections and anything you could think of was affecting me. No strength. I still have no strength. I couldn't get up and walk across this room. I suppose if my life depended on it, I could. But just to walk across this room would be a very, very big task. And I talked to the respiratory therapist tonight, and I was on the phone with Cassie, and they talked about how they dropped the amount of air, but in the end they had made some miscalculation. So I'm still up there in the 60s. I'm kind of used to it. I'm kind of used to wearing this thing, and it's like this. God, it feels good to take it out. But I have to wear that 24/7. And they came in and they give me things to help me sleep, because they know it's hard to sleep with all this crap on you. Usually Ativan. I had an episode. I'm glad I didn't record that a few nights ago, maybe the second or third night I was in here. And I started having a panic attack, and they wouldn't listen to me. And they thought they'd already given me medication for it, and I have serious panic attack issues sometimes. And I ended up calling Jennifer or Chrissy in a full-blown panic attack, trying to get them to call the hospital to tell them that they've done nothing. And they somehow someone got through to somebody and figured out that the doctor had not ordered Ativan for me. And they gave me Ativan, and then my shoulder was still really bothering me. And I think they gave me Toradol for that. I didn't care. It wasn't bothering me as much as the panic was. But they got it straightened out, and I was able to get some sleep. But it was a long, long, long night. And I kept Jennifer and Cassie and Chrissy on the phone singing songs that I liked. John Prine songs and easy songs. And it really helped calm me down. I don't know how much it helped them, but it helped calm me down. I think that was the second night I was here. Most of the nights and days since then have melded together. I've been very sad. I've been very depressed. I have a large family, and I miss all of them. And it's the holidays, and I can hardly talk to them without becoming emotional, like right now. They're my life. And even when we get in disagreements, sometimes we do, it always gets worked out somehow or another. I think that people who have to go through this alone, I just don't know that I would even do it. I really, really, really don't know that I would go to all this trouble if I didn't have somebody to go to when I got home. I would probably just let myself die. When I get home, we're going to have as much of a get-together as we can have. I know that my sister and her family remain hunkered down, and that's okay. They have reasons for that. That hurt. But anyway, to try to do this alone and know that when you were done, you were still going to be alone, I just don't know that I would do it. I always had a light at the end of the tunnel. Had many lights at the end of the tunnel. Daughters, grandson, wife, friends, son-in-laws, people who care about me. And I just found out just a few minutes ago, that the sinks at the house for some reason are having a problem. I don't know what's going on. I knew one of them was messed up before I left, but with my shoulder I couldn't work on it. And so I called my old neighbor Mike, he's a plumber. But I'll be over there tomorrow, man. It'll all be done. And I said, well, you negotiate a price later. He said, we'll negotiate shit. Don't worry about it. And it's the way our friendship was. He lived there for, 15 years, and now his son lives there. Great neighbors. But I've never been this sick, and I've never been this afraid. I've been injured really badly before. I've broken both my femurs. I've broken my back. I've broken my neck. I've broken my ankles, my ribs. I've been pretty beat up, but I've never been afraid. All I could ever think about in those instances, most of them were on motorcycles. All I could think of was getting back on the bike, getting healed up, and going riding again. And this happened to me, and I don't know if I'll ever be the same. Nobody said I won't, but I know people that have been really sick before, and they were never the same after that. And I hate to think that that's going to happen to me. I have such a life to live. When I retired, I started shooting YouTube videos. I actually did it before I started retired. But turned into a pretty big deal, and I make pretty good money on it. And I haven't been able to mess with any of it because I've been too sick. I had stuff scheduled to go up. I don't know why it didn't. I also have another channel. That's my political rant channel. And I want to share this on both of those, not because I want to piss and moan, but because I think it's important that everybody realize the importance of taking care of themselves. Now, I'm a fatalist, and I always have been, and I'm not one of those people who ran around wearing masks and washing my hands with disinfectant for a half an hour every time I touch something. If it was required, if it was required, to wear a mask, I would. When I went to my doctor's, I wore a mask because that's the way it was. But I did go to eat quite a few restaurants, but I didn't wear a mask, and I won't. And if they make that a deal, I don't know what's going on right now. I just won't go eat at restaurants. I just won't go. I'm not going to wear a mask while I try to eat. I think the government still overreached. I think that they made much bigger deal of this than it is. And as sick as I am, and as sick as I got, and as nearly to death as I thought I was, all I kept thinking is I'm still going to be one of the few. The numbers of deaths are so low compared to the numbers of cases. It's not even, it's less than 1%. And I know that had I been one of that 0.5%, my family would have jumped up and down and did handsprings. But I wouldn't have. And I told them, hey, it's the way it goes. I was going to catch it or I wasn't. I spent most of my time alone, out shooting videos, out in the country. I didn't interact with a lot of people. I really thought that I was safe. I have no idea where I contracted this. None at all. I went and voted on Super Tuesday, and I shot a few videos at a few polling places, but I didn't get around to anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. I did have lunch at a little place in Lamont. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I was the only one there, and it was really good. But I ate there, and then I went home, and then I went and did some more videos. Didn't run into anybody. And then Thursday, I went and donated blood, which I do regularly. And within 2 days, I did not feel well. I called them, I was supposed to, but I guess it was all right. Nobody ever called me back. I started, as I said, I started not feeling well, but I thought I just had a little itchy cough. I've had a million of them. And that lasted for about 2 days, Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, as I said, it got worse. I had to come down here. I'd never even heard of viral pneumonia, but I had double viral pneumonia. And all I could see in my mind was my lungs full of black crap. I don't know what color viral crap is. But they started putting me on medication right away. Plasma from people who'd already been sick, which once I get my head together and get all this done, I can't wait to go give that plasma to help people. Because I'm going to tell you what, you might think you're a tough guy or a badass like me, but this is going to kick your ass. It's going to kick your ass right down to the ground like you've never had a kick before. And you're going to think you're tough, and you're going to think you're going to just jump up and cough a couple of times and go back to work. And I tell you right now, that is not the way it works. I've said before, I've never been so sick in my life for so long. I didn't know a person could have so many things wrong with them. And it's scary. It's really, really scary. So, you think you're a tough guy? You're not. You'd be just as sick or just as dead from this stuff, because they don't mess around. There's no joke. COVID-19, I ran around and I had no fear of it, and I still don't. It is what it is. I've been hurt. I ain't been sick like this, but I've been hurt. There they are checking on me, making sure I'm drinking my Ensure, eating as much stuff as they can give me that's edible. But back to being a tough guy. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing at all. I never really considered myself a tough guy, but I've been through a lot. I've broken a lot of bones and a lot of injuries and spent a lot of time in hospital. But this has been a wake-up call. And I don't want anybody to get this. I don't want anybody to get this. I don't know if wearing masks is helping. I don't know. I see the gloves and the masks lying in parking lots. And if that's the way people are using them, they might as well not even have them. And I walk around at people in the stores, and I see people with, they're just wearing a mask over their chin. They ain't do you no good. I do the same thing, though. I'm as guilty as the next guy. So, I don't know how much more I have to say about that. I'll think about it. They want me to finish my dinner, eat up all the stuff they gave me. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take a little rest. And then I'll come back and talk to you guys again. And I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen closely to me. because I ain't messing around and COVID ain't messing around. If you're these kids going to big parties because you think it's cool and everybody's smoking and drinking and sharing joints, and that's one of the worst places. It's one of the worst places to be. As few places as I go, I still got this. And if you're exposing yourself unnecessarily to things, to the COVIDs, you really need to think again, because you may think you're young and indestructible, but you're not. You're young and you're destructible, and this can make you really sick. It can ruin your life. I'm fortunate that I have the resources to pay the bills. This is going to cost me probably everything I have and my savings that I ever had in my whole life. But what are you going to do, die? Stay away from the big ass parties, all right? Don't go into AMPMs with 20 of you to get cigarettes and cokes, because you're all sharing the same shit in there, and you don't know when the last time that place was cleaned up. All right. I've bleated on enough. Listen, this is no joke. If you start to feel unwell, and I don't mean like a cold, if you start to feel weird, go straight to the hospital. Don't mess around. Don't listen to your cool buddies. Don't do none of that. Go down there, get tested, make sure you're all right. And if you're not all right, this is where you need to be. I hate hospitals. I hate hospitals with a passion. It's probably the nicest hospital in Bakersfield, but I hate it. Know why? Because I'm here. I'm here and I can't leave. My family are all waiting for me to get better, but there's nothing they can do. They can't even come and see me. Your family can't come see you when you're in here. They can't come in and hold your hand. They can't stand outside your window and wave at you. They can't do any of that. You're going to be utterly alone, except for the people who work here. I suggest you be nice to them, or at least be tolerant of them, because they have a big job to do. So, anyway, more later. We'll finish this off, but I'm going to finish eating. I'm going to catch myself some rest. All right? We'll see y'all later. One thing before closing, I'm not going to make this too much longer because I'm starting to repeat myself, I'm sure. I'm getting tired. My back hurts. That's another thing. These beds are incredibly uncomfortable, and you're expected with the COVID to sleep either on your side or on your stomach. I can't sleep on my stomach because of my shoulder. I have pretty good luck sleeping on my side. Even when you got this thing in, you know, for me, they give me Ativan because I've always had issues with panic attacks, and it really helps me sleep. But I'm going to tell you tough guys something. All you 2-pack-a-day smokers, and pot smokers, and cigar smokers, and think you're going to run outside and have a puff, you're not going to do any such thing. You get sick like this, and here's where you're going to be. And you're not going to smoke, and you're not going to drink, and you're not going to do anything they don't tell you you can do. And you're not going to be some big tough guy, chest all puffed out, walk outside the room without being told. Because first off, you're not going to have that kind of strength. Second off, they'll wrap you up and stick you somewhere where you won't bother anybody. I don't smoke and I don't drink and I don't smoke cigars or do drugs. And I'm glad because it would be because it would be a terrible place to have a vice. My suggestion to everyone out there, man, woman, child, is get rid of your vices. Because if you get sick, all they're going to do is make your life miserable. My granddad was a lifelong smoker, and he had a stroke, and he couldn't smoke. And all the crap that came up from his lungs ended up asphyxiating him. He died of asphyxiation for no other reason than he couldn't have a smoke. Now, I've always considered smoking cigarettes, especially a crutch. I've considered them effeminate. And I used to smoke a long time ago. And I was always embarrassed by the fact that I did. I wish you would get embarrassed by the fact that you did and put them nasty, expensive things down, because they don't impress anybody but you. Whether you're a man or a child or beautiful woman, they're horrible. Vices are for the weak. Vices are for the weak. Smoking, drinking. If you can't go a day without having a couple of drinks, you're an alcoholic. You're fooling yourself. Go have a snifter after work, fine. But if something happens to you and you got to be somewhere like this, and you have to start going through DTs and shit like that because you're weak and you couldn't control your vices, you're going to be the most miserable person in the world. Because I tell you what, I have no vices, and I'm one of the most miserable people in the world. I have a great family. Jennifer, Chrissy, Cassie, Cameron, and Janelle, and Larissa, and Chris, Aiden and Zayden, and Braddock, and Morgan, and Jamin, my sister Debbie, and my nephew Blaine, and his wife Kaylee, my dad, Ron, and my great nephews, Logan and Connor, my cousin Susie and my cousin Steve, and all their kids, Angie and Ronnie and Brian and my cousin Randy, and good grief, Scott. Got such a big family, and we all love each other. And we can't see each other very often because there's so many of us. And we're spread out all over America. My stepdad Jim, the greatest man in the world to me, and his beautiful, beautiful wife Nancy, their daughter Sadie, their son Cody. They live back in Missouri. Don't get to see them very much. We have friends that are like family. Beth, who lives in Dallas. Vernon, yeah, me and you, buddy, all the bullshit talk, but me and you, we'll get together and we'll get together and we'll have us a drink and have some fun. You deserve my friendship and you'll always have it. Yeah, well, that's my life story. Remember something. You can wear all the gloves and all the masks and you can wipe your butt with golden toilet paper. But if you're destined to get this, you are going to get it. Fate is fate, and you cannot cheat it. My mother taught me that when I was a little boy. And when she died, it was the only thing that kept me sane, knowing that she knew that was her destiny. So, you think about it. You stay as safe as you can, but don't be a tough guy, because when you're in here, there ain't no tough guys. They're just a bunch of sick people. And when I weighed 185, 190 pounds. I have no idea what I weigh now, but I'll bet it ain't 160. And I feel it when I try to stand up. And so will you. So I don't care what kind of a tough guy you are, what kind of a tough girl you are. I don't care if you caught this in prison. I don't care if you caught it at Burger King. It's gonna make you just as sick, and you're gonna wish that you had never, ever had it. So take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. And think about what you're doing. Think about where you are. Think about why you're there. Because there are a lot of places ain't worth being. Let the other people take the chances. Okay? Take it easy. Everybody be cool. I hope this made sense. I hope it gets out to people. And I hope no one, I hope no one catches this crap and gets this sick. My daughter and my wife both came down positive, but they didn't get this sick. They just had to stay home for a couple of days. As I said, I've been in here for 10 days, and I am not having fun. And you're not going to have fun either. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Stay well. Get tested. And isolate if that's what you have to do. But don't let yourself get sick thinking that it can't happen. This is Mark Clay McGowan, Motorboat 59, signing off to a better day. Won't be long, I'll be out of here, so they say, and looking forward to that. I feel stronger every day, and I don't want anybody to have to work their way up to this. It's very difficult. Take care, everyone. God bless. Stay away from the COVID.